All right. So in today's news, Netflix is under fire. In fact, they have to face Congress next week, I think, over the sexualized kids content. So they are set to testify before Congress about why they've been pushing controversial, hypersexualized content towards children in the children's category. Children deserve protection, not propaganda. Family deserves truth, not confusion. It's time for accountability. Elon Musk even called them out and told people to cancel their Netflix with them and said, hell, he'll build a platform for their ass to watch movies. He said he not with it. He finds it sick. He has children. And since then, Netflix has literally lost over $1 billion. Over $1 billion. That shows you how much money they got. They done lost over $1 billion in a week. All righty. So I don't know if y'all seen it. I didn't seen it, but I have seen the video clippings of it. It's a movie and it's a cartoon movie. And in a cartoon movie, they show a gay men couple, one a trans or whatever. But you can still you can tell it's a trans man. And some of the clip they basically asking why I got two daddies or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, forgive me if I'm off a little bit, but it has caused an uproar, and this is kind of the straw that has broke the camel's back with viewers. A lot of viewers have said they've overlooked a lot of shit, but now this is pushing it. So with that being said, let's talk about it. The floor is open.
Man,
Jesse, if you're
that's
gonna
just
speak, let
crazy.
everybody know
I
that you're
thought,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
what?
now. I say whoever's gonna speak, let us know if you're gonna speak so we know they're not saying. All right, fuck it. Big Yogi, talk to me. What's your thoughts?
Yeah.
This is a great example of when pushing the agenda goes wrong, man. They steady trying to push this shit on our kids, man, with all this different stuff. We talked about a movie that was out Lightyear, wasn't it? When they had the parents up in there. They keep trying to push this agenda on our children, man. And it's about time somebody spoke up for it, man, because I just think that's a bunch of bullshit in my eyes, man. Let the kids be the kids, man. They'll worry about them kind of things when that point of their life come. You know what I'm saying? If that's what they decide to do, that's what they decide to do. We don't need nobody putting it in their face, making them think. Like, I'm not saying they pushing it in their face to make them think this is what you supposed to do, but at the same time, y'all putting shit in front of human specimens that are sponges that soak up everything. You know what I'm saying? And that shit could low key push them to going and go doing some, you know what I'm saying, some shit they're supposed to be doing at their age. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But it's about time somebody said something, done something about it, man. Cause like I understand, you know what I'm saying, we all trying to be equal with the LGBTQ and all that stuff, man. But I just feel like that's not an agenda you push on children, man. That's it for me, bro.
Yeah, y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, what
sir.
I was, yeah, my bad. What I was gonna say was that I just like, yeah, I don't know why they pushing on it because I'm like, because if we talk about what we really would say, they're gonna push up against say, oh, it's not about that, it's about genders and there's more than this, and it's like if we were talking about it was about sexuality, because I'm like, why are we pushing this on the kids? Why are we showing? Why we already have cartoon characters that look different. Some got polka dots and green, so we can show that there's a difference. There's difference for people, and that can grow when they get older. Like, why are we like? Because I think there was like TV 7-year old that they were targeting and stuff. So I'm like, why are we doing that? Somebody explained to me the like learning the LGBTQ stuff without having to understand what goes on in the bedroom with those letters to understand what the letters are. Explain to me where's that doctrine at, and then I think we would have a better common ground conversation. But we don't ever get to talk about that kind of way. You know, that's my thing. So like, why do you have it in a kid's cartoons? Why?
Yeah.
Listen, the question for me when it comes to that is the mind of a people. So what people mind am I talking about? Think about what I'm asking. The mind of a people. You'll never get no black person to think of nothing that far-fetched. It may be 1 in a million. But I'm just saying, think about what they pushing and what they asking. Why? Why do you have to push it? They should have their own group like they used to, and everybody knew the codes, the language, and they fuck with each other and they did good. I don't know what the world domination part is about now. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know what do we get off of saying I'm this, I'm that. So what? I'm black.
Yeah.
So I'm black. You know what I'm saying? It's enough that we black. Now you got these letters and stuff, and then you push into the kids. Now the thing, what they doing, and they think they slick. If you see something so much, you accept it. You don't know you accept it, but you accept it. Not saying that it's right or wrong. It just don't look strange to you no more. If you see 2 men kissing everywhere and gay shit all around you, excuse my language, stuff that, you know, all around you, and you get desensitized. You'll be like, okay, that's normal. I'm used to that. So that's what they doing to the kids to desensitize them to when they see it, they be like, ugh. Like when we was growing up, we see that, hey man, what that is? You know, we had a different reaction to them. That's like, oh, that's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, but they pushing it so it'll be the norm. You know what I'm saying? For it won't be foreign. You know what I'm saying? They ain't saying be this or do this, but accepting it is you halfway there. If you accept something, you'll do it. You know what I'm trying to say? So
I'm just around these kids that I'm seeing like 3, 4 years old little boys like, what is that? Like they like, ugh, like they on their own, and I ain't saying. I'm like, wow, how do you know to respond to it like that? Like, you know, I person inside like may feel the same way, may not, or something like that. But it's like when you look at it, and you see a kid do it, and you like, where did you learn to respond like that? Like, why, or is that a natural response because you see mom and dad, and then you see these 2 dudes, you're like, what is that? Like some of my kids have came up to me at they certain times and said things that shocked me, like where I'm like, whoa, okay, they understand something. They know something ain't right here.
Human instinct, man.
And I'm saying to the audience, I'm saying my kids was telling me something wasn't right. It wasn't right to them. It was off put.
See, and you know, I'm not the forefront for quote unquote religion or this and that, but that was the moral compass in the day. You see what I'm trying to say? That's why you had it. Like when y'all say bring shame back, that's what the churches was doing and the mosques and the different things, because you hid it. You know what I'm saying? It was in the church, but they tried to hide it and you knew. I said, but when they didn't took all that away, everything is just open and you can't say nothing about nothing without offending somebody. I don't know when that became, when everybody became so sensitive that you can't say nothing. It bother you. I'm like, come on, man. I don't know what we're living in. I don't know what they're doing or what they're trying to do. But I seen a movie like this, so I say, yeah, movies become reality. That movie where you couldn't cuss and didn't do nothing, and all the men was feminine, and they brought Wesley Snipes back, Demolition Man. Wesley Snipes came back, and he was an alpha black male, and he was aggressive. But everybody else was monotone, wore the little smocks, and it was they're showing you the world. You couldn't curse. Him and Sylvester Stallone was they was too like from the old school, and they were just showing you what way the world was going. And the people that didn't live like that was underground. They pushed them out. But I say that's what I guess they pushing the world to be soft. I don't know what for. I don't know what's the agenda, but that's what they pushing. You know what I'm saying? And here we are. Either we stand up or they give it to our kids. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Quality.
The fact that you don't know the fact that you don't know the agenda though is what that's purposely done. See, they know what the agenda is, and you said it earlier. It's desensitizing people to not know that this is wrong. Like some may believe in the Bible, some may not.
Yeah.
But in the Bible, it tells you, you ain't supposed to be same sex. It didn't say anything about same sex. So you'll have so many people that'll tell you their religion, beliefs, and all that there, but then hypocritically, they'll have these type of thoughts or want to be this kind of way. So, and that doesn't make them like not right or wrong or anything. There's no such thing as right or wrong when it comes to who you are as a person. You just hope that that person can be a better person. But the actual point that you're making is they desensitizing people to think that this is okay, and it's not okay. A lot of us don't agree with this, and yet we got to be hush mouth because of, like you say, the sensitivity level. So now the sensitivity level gets to a point where you got people out here killing themselves because somebody said something or they think something about them, they don't feel right, or this shows you how weak of a culture we have become, and not us as black people, but us as people, just people in general. We are weak. We are weak. The more we be here, the weaker we get because we let things like that control us. Back in the day, do y'all realize how much shit was? Do y'all know how many African booty scratchers I've been called in my lifetime? As a kid, African booty scratch. I mean, y'all wouldn't believe all the black jokes
I used to have to fight because of me being light skinned. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I call quality that to this. I call quality that to this day.
But look, that's all we did was fight. That was it. It wasn't I'm finna go home and kill myself because I'm black. I'm finna go home and cry because they call. Man, I didn't give a fuck, nigga. We gonna fight today. All right. If you call me a booty scratch, I'm gonna call you something. So now what? This was the day and time that we were in. And we didn't care. It didn't hurt us. It didn't make us cry. It didn't make us want to go, commit suicide. So
quality. You said some key, right? And that's the beauty of beauty of balance. We might have gotten called that, but you know what also existed back then that now you that you get punished for?
These hands
inflicting the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
They might have called you that, but it was consequences.
It was consequences that came with it.
They might have called me light skin, but it was consequences.
Yeah.
Now,
hey,
you can't even issue the consequences.
It's a no.
Hey, look, two things, bro. First off, the consequence, old fat ass nigga. I'm gonna show you how fat these hands is, bitch ass. That's one. First of all, second of all, hey man, and I don't know if y'all peep it, but I see it a lot. Like I deal with it, like personally myself. It's so many people nowadays. If something ain't going right in their life or something ain't that, my mental health. Man, what the fuck is mental health?
What is
we
that?
didn't know what the fuck that was back when I was growing up.
No. Hold on. Wait a minute. We knew what it was, but guess what? Before 1968, before 82, they had a place for them motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
It was called the asylum. Black folks
goddamn right.
Got they motherfucking hands and they shit like
when
this.
Ronald Reagan bitch ass inflicted that fake ass war on drugs, which was a war on niggas, guess what he did? He shut down all asylums. Also, remember this: that same presidency. Guess what else changed? What changed was the definitions of what's considered mentally ill. Did you know before Reagan, it was a mental illness to think you were a man if you were a woman or a woman if you were a man.
Yeah.
They will put your ass in an asylum if you push the narrative too far.
Yeah.
So if you was a gay man, you still better act like a man. If you was a gay woman, you better act like a woman. Because the minute you walk around and come outside and try to go around talking about I'm he, she, and they, him,
they gonna hem your ass up.
They
gonna hem your ass up, bro.
I ain't seen a straight jacket in years. I remember they used to put a straight jacket on them.
Right now,
you get the tripping, they gonna strap your ass. Okay, I'm telling you.
Right now, they just they so desperate. They hijacking cultures, they hijacking things. Like for example, I am definitely understanding of my culture, Native American, indigenous people. I am definitely understanding of it. even got a good sound understanding of African cultures and ancient African culture, all of that. And this two-spirit thing, I want y'all to hear me loud and clear. That has nothing to do with y'all. Now, if you are claiming that you are a trans person or whatever, but your soul has a two-spirit where you know you're a human and you know you have some sort of maybe spirit, animal, or element or being or something like that, I get that. But that does not mean that you get to go cherry pick through my history and say that there was this culture of tribe of trans, gay, or whatever different people, and they called them two spirits. That's not what that is. I've been in so many damn intellectual conversations with that brought up, Nate, and the whole weight, and I researched it. It goes back to 1991. One individual brought it up and tried to do it as a correlation as they're speaking about it in a speech, and that's crazy. It's like you don't have to hijack culture to make your being be who you are. You don't have to do that. So that's how you know that it's desperate, and it goes back to that 1973, 1982 stuff of this was a psychosis. Something was wrong with your mind. Something was wrong with your thinking process. You know what I'm saying? Time again, we still see that the thinking process was something was altered. Something was messed with way before it was supposed to be messed with.
Well, here's the thing. Here's where it comes from. So transgenderism started in the 1930s and 40s. So we already know where it comes from. So we don't have to even say that. We know where it comes from.
Right.
That's not an African practice. Okay. We had multiple wives, for God fucking sake. So we was far from that.
Right.
All right. We liked it an abundance of coochie. We was far removed from same sex, right? So a lot of people don't know that in 1948, when Hitler started the original regentrification, it was a regentrification of his people. So a lot of people don't know this. It was two kinds of Germans. It was white Germans, which was the Slavics, and it was black Germans. See, Germans were of either black descent, African descent, or white descent. You got to remember, look where Germany is. So that was a hotbed for mixed breeding. It was, and it wasn't nothing sinister. It was just close proximity, right? Just like the Egyptians in North Africa with the West and South Africans. It was a mixture. Now the Egyptians were black, but they were a different type of black. So here's what happened. So Hitler was of black German descent. Go listen to the English translations of Hitler's speeches. It will fuck your head up. So when they were burning the books and stuff like that, they're lying when they talking about they was burning the books and saying they were just no, they were burning. The first transgender books was written by Slavic Germans, which were the white Germans. They were the first to practice transgenderism. It was the Sodom and Gomorrah of the 1930s. So what he did, he was doing an ethnic cleansing of his own people. He seen that if he didn't do anything, the Germans of black descent or African descent was going to get whitewashed.
They're taken out of here.
And that's why America helped Britain in Europe, because they had nothing to do with it. America had nothing to do with the war. They had nothing to do with it. They had no win to get out of it. The only reason they helped Europe and Britain with the wars because they bribed Europe and Britain and said, you got to give us something. You got to give us a little what you got. And that's what happened. So all Hitler was doing was trying to regentrify the Slavic Germans superseding the black Germans. That's why if you notice, You notice everybody in the military, every time a nigga, why Germans love us? When they had that wall separated the white Germans, the Germans of African descent from the Germans of white descent. That's why the wall was there.
Hmm.
Man, this shit go deep, dog.
It's deep.
Think about, y'all know anybody who went to Germany in the military? The motherfuckers never want to come home.
They don't.
And guess
They
what?
don't.
Guess what country is the second leading buyer of hip hop? Germany.
Probably Germany. Yeah.
That's why on my Hip Hop Savior album, one of the languages that I wrote my album in, my album title was German. Yep. Yeah, so this shit is definitely it goes deep, like King said, man. And I'm just glad people calling it out and not being afraid to, you know what I'm saying? Because you got people like Elon Musk, he's uncancelable. He too rich to be canceled. You can't cancel the richest nigga in the world.
Nah,
And
you
he
can't
got
get rid of him.
to the technology to cut that shit.
Yeah, you need him. You can't live
He ain't
without.
telling you that part. He got the
Can't
budget to
kill
cut
it.
that shit.
Elon know his fucking
How you gonna
nobody.
go straight to, how you gonna lose 25 million in the first 30-40 minutes after he say it? That nigga pushed the button,
Push the
cut
what?
it off.